Strap in. Buckle up. And start your engines. Police Interceptors. The front line in the war on crime. High speed.
140 miles an hour.
High tech. And highly trained.
Kanto, come! Come on, Kat, where is he?
With performance cars on the roads, eyes in the sky, and 4 legs in reserve. This is Lincolnshire's elite as they clamp down on crime. Coming up, Jon and his dog are hot on the heels of burglary suspects.
How'd you get in? How'd you get in?
A nighttime pursuit comes to a crashing conclusion. And a white van turns out to have a huge illegal haul. Lincolnshire's home to 1,237 police officers, based out of 26 stations, covering more than 2,000 square miles of prime British real estate. Every inch protected by the police interceptors. Sergeant Jon Moon has been keeping these streets safe for the last 23 years. Today, he's patrolling in the marked dog van when a call comes through.
Heard a smash, seen them climbing through the kitchen window over.
Yeah, show me.
Copy, thank you.
Burglary in progress. Probably about 4 minutes from where we are, blue light in it. 2 windows heard to smash and 2 people sitting in the back garden.
With suspected burglars still in the property, it's enough to get an old copper's heart racing. This is an ideal opportunity to catch some criminals red-handed. As soon as Jon arrives, he gets Kanto out of the back.
Kanto, come. Kanto, come.
If there's one thing that makes people think twice against legging it, it's the sight of a dog.
Where is he? How'd you get in? How'd you get in? How'd you get in?
One detained at the back, one's running out the front through the middle door.
The officer around the back has collared one guy, but thinks he's seen another lad dodge back into the building.
Young lad's in. If he's not come out, he's possibly gone upstairs to the 3rd floor using the stairwell.
With at least one still missing, Jon heads inside.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
The bloke captured out the back is claiming he's innocent, and it's a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Jon carries on searching, but it seems the second lad has given him the slip.
You seen the computer, everything out the window here?
I've seen it, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
He's run. I think, to be honest, it was locking him up for burglary.
Well, not a shadow of a doubt.
With the house broken into and this lad legging it from the police, if his fingerprints were on the items, it could be enough to seal his fate. But that's a job for forensics. Jon and Kanto still have a man to catch.
Where's your mate gone then? You don't know?
The lad may not know. But more clues are coming in.
When I walked down there, there's some kids playing. I says, have you seen anybody running? So yeah, 2 men ran that way.
That changes things. It seems they may be looking for 2 lads, not 1.
We've searched the immediate area and we just can't find them, so obviously legged it. So no doubt some officers will stay in the area, because if these people, sometimes if they are hiding, just tend to pop up when they think we've gone. So we'll carry on with inquiries.
Jon isn't happy. It looks like the trail's gone cold. But then a call comes through. A possible sighting not too far away.
One and all grey tracksuit with one's white sort of red outer jacket on.
The two suspects have just been sighted up here, about 2 minutes away. Oscar Sierra 01, I'm going to come down Mount Street. I'm there now.
Yeah, we think they've possibly got in a chippy.
Maybe the running lads have worked up an appetite, as the info is they're in a chip shop. John's looking for two lads, one in a grey tracksuit and the other in a red and white Adidas top. But there's no one here dressed like that.
Certainly not in there.
This doesn't seem to be his day.
Yeah, they've got eyes on. They've not seen me, they're walking away from me. 2 miles.
An officer has spotted two lads matching the description just roads away. Several units are now closing in on the location, and John's in no mood to let his man slip away again. As he reaches the scene, a man in a red tracksuit runs across in front of his van.
Stay there! Oi!
When Moon shouts, people listen.
Come here. You're under arrest on suspicion of burglary, pal. Give me your hands. Yeah, Oscar Sierra 01. The second one's detained in custody. It's the burglary down at... mate, you know all about it.
2-1, we've got all three now.
There's two detained here, and if the other one's the third at the scene at Pearso.
Yeah, we've got them all then.
Collaring all the suspects is a good result, adding to the 250 fewer crimes in Lincolnshire.
I've searched him. There's nothing that's going to harm you or us in there. And I'll see you the nip.
Yeah.
Go on, my mate. All right.
Yeah.
Cheers, pal.
It's a job well done, and John's a happy man.
Top draw.
The man in the grey tracksuit was not involved in the burglary and was let on his way after being questioned. But both the lad arrested by John, who is only 15, and the one collared at the scene were charged with burglary. Coming up, an unexpected emergency at a crime scene.
Yeah, we're coming.
Susie does her bit for international relations.
Yeah, that's... No. No.
And a driver is sent packing.
It looks like it's full of ping pong balls at the minute.
Coming up, a seatbeltless driver has a very lucky escape.
He should probably pick some lottery numbers after he gets out of hospital.
A forensic investigator reads a crash scene like Braille.
There are stones.
Yeah.
And obviously very fresh.
Yeah.
And Susie uses a spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down.
Aren't I nice? All right, no more speeding. You might die.
Lincolnshire has a problem, as it has one of the highest road death stats in the UK. Most of the country's roads are single carriageway and lined with trees. And with drivers overtaking at unsafe points, crashes are often fatal. Bringing these grim figures down is a priority, so the Interceptors are very hot on what they call the Fatal Four. Speeding,
130 miles an hour.
using your phone, not wearing a seatbelt, and drink driving. Skegness, the early hours of Saturday morning. There's been a report of a suspected drunk driver in a red Corsa full of teenagers cruising the seafront. Interceptors spot a car fitting the description and decide to turn around and follow it. The lad puts his foot down, and in a cloud of smoke, the Corsa screeches across the road. The driver manages to get just above 30. With a full car, this isn't going to be a high-speed pursuit. But while they aren't driving fast, they are driving dangerously. But Interceptor Rich Precious isn't letting them out of his sight.
We're about 100 metres behind. The vehicle is veering from side to side. Slow stand by.
They try to pull away, but a 1-litre car full of people is never going to outrun the police. So they try another tactic.
Yes, yes. Vehicle's lights are now off.
That's the oldest trick in the book. And it doesn't work. So as he pulls into a cul-de-sac, there was only ever one way that this was going to end. After a 10-minute pursuit where he wobbled all over the road, it's no surprise that the guy was driving while intoxicated. What was a surprise is that the car was stolen, which earned him a 4-month prison sentence, suspended for a year. Sergeant Jason Baxter is a man's man. His favourite gadget is the remote control and his favourite food, kebabs. This no-nonsense attitude helps him to keep a clear head when he needs to take charge. Like now, when he's on the way to a crash scene.
We're just on route to a collision. Susie Ranyard's just down there now. There's a vehicle that's left the road at high speed. It's done a couple of flips and the passenger's been ejected from the vehicle.
It looks like the driver was going too fast and lost control of his van, skidding off the road and into a tree.
No matter how big or how expensive your car is, 100% of the time the tree's generally going to win.
The safety of officers is paramount, and as it's getting dark, they'll close the road while the analysis is done. This will also keep the accident scene sterile while investigations are ongoing.
So if someone comes wanging through this scene and crashes into everybody, then that's going to cause issues. But there's a set of blue lights back there closing the road. I'll check there's somebody at the other side and we'll take it from there.
The driver and the passenger have already been airlifted to hospital. Now they need to work out what happened and why. It's sometimes easy to see what caused the crash, but here it's quite complicated. However, the forensic accident investigators have kits that test everything right down to the quality of the road surface.
This mark here, I'm happy this is him.
Okay.
Whilst there's no visible tyre scuff marks, there are stones that have been
Fresh.
pulled out.
Yeah.
And obviously very fresh.
Yeah.
And that's consistent with some harsh
That's some heavy.
evasive
That's heavy
manoeuvring.
braking, isn't it?
That is something under evasive manoeuvring.
Yeah.
For it to rip stones out like that doesn't happen from normal driving. And it's gone pretty much sideways off the road and hit the tree.
Wow. He's a lucky lad, isn't he?
He's done well, hasn't he?
Lucky indeed. It seems the van hit a stump, ripping off the front axle. This slowed the vehicle down before it smashed into the tree. If that stump hadn't been there, we might be looking at a fatality. These guys dodged a bullet. News has just come through that both driver and passenger are less injured than originally feared.
That's been thrown from the vehicle then?
Well, I'm guessing where the door is bent out, one of them's been thrown out of there. But can you just see the yellow tags of the seat belts?
Yep.
The pre-tensioners on the seat belts have activated. There's nothing on the seat belts to show that they were being worn.
The pre-tensioners help to adjust the tautness of the seatbelt. In a crash, these are tiny yellow heroes, saving the belt wearer but sacrificing themselves. These ones are still in working order, proving they hadn't been activated.
With an impact like that, I'd expect good friction burn marks on there. There's nothing. Don't believe for a second they were wearing the seat belts.
With no seatbelt, it appears the passenger hit the door so hard that the frame bent outwards as he was thrown clear. Amazingly, he escaped serious injury.
He's very, very lucky. He should probably pick some lottery numbers after he gets out of hospital.
Now the van will be taken into storage just in case it's needed for evidence.
If the chap alleges or states any issues with the vehicle, braking, steering, etc., that can be looked into. Even though it's in quite a state of damage now, our forensic vehicle investigators can find out, if the damage is pre or post collision.
Then, with the street still closed, all that's left is for the forensic crash investigators to test the road conditions.
The forensic collision investigator he's got some equipment in his van which allows him to basically test the grippiness of the road. So he's just carrying out some skid tests which will with all the science and all the computer bits in his van, will tell us if the road surface is in good order or not.
But that skid's not the investigator's van.
Yeah, we're coming.
Something's happened at the other end of the police cordon.
Yeah, could I have an ambulance? We've got a collision. We've got an elderly male in a vehicle.
An elderly driver has appeared not to have noticed the road is shut and has collided with a line of stationary vehicles. The old boy has ended up pinned between a tree and Susie's police car. Susie's dashboard cam has captured the moment of impact.
Oh, is that the end of my driving days?
Right, I'm going to get some more signs back there, Susie.
There's no real damage to Susie's car, but any crash that involves a police vehicle means a lot of paperwork.
That doesn't involve a cop, does it?
Yep. 10:13.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Susie's got a car at the road closure. Police signs are up, cones are out, reds are on. So, but there's a car that's gone into the back of some stationary vehicles and ended up. It's collided with another car and ended up. It's just touched the back of the police car.
Despite his dramatic smash, the driver was wearing a seatbelt and seems to be uninjured.
Right, are you okay there for a second? Don't get out of your car, just stay where you are. He's okay. He's got some pain in his hip and he's got some pain in his hands, but he appears all right at the minute. I think he's a bit more shocked than anything.
The crash scene's become a whole lot more complicated. The elderly gent was taken to hospital to be checked out. Luckily, nobody else was badly hurt.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. You know, you do your best and your blue lights on the car and put your signs up and put the cones up, but there's still that element of human error. He's all right, which is the main thing. Bit of twisted metal, it's not the end of the world.
The driver from the original crash recovered from his injuries and was charged with driving without due care. He accepted a driver awareness course instead of prosecution. For interceptors like Susie, many shifts start the same, patrolling the streets looking for trouble. And it's not long before something catches her eye. It's a BMW 3 Series speeding through the streets of Boston.
Hello.
Hello.
You all right?
With many people in town originally from Eastern Europe, Susie is used to dealing with a slight language barrier.
Sorry, my English is poor.
It's all right. I can understand you so far. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand me? Yeah, brilliant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to issue you with a ticket. It'll go to the central ticket office and they'll decide how to deal with you. So they might choose to put points on your licence and give you a fine, but they might choose to put you on like a speed reduction seminar so you don't get any points. Do you understand what I'm saying?
To be fair, you'd have to be pretty good in any language to know speed reduction seminar.
So hopefully, fingers crossed for you, speed reduction seminar. Signature there for me, please. Thank you very much. Lovely. Yeah, you can keep your number.
It'd be handy to be bilingual here, as the man seems keen to learn another tongue.
Yeah, thank you very much.
This is my number, yeah?
Yeah, that's... No. No.
Yeah, I know. Only joke.
Romeo here seems keen to do his bit for international relations, but ever the professional, Susie's all business.
Blow in there. That's it. Thanks. Grab the tube. Presents. There you are. Thank you. Okay.
This is present.
Yes, 2 presents. Aren't I nice? Right, you take care. All right, no more speeding. You might die.
Our flirty Casanova leaves without Susie's number, but with a ticket, although he seems happy enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Coming up, a load of cheap plonk doesn't turn out to be the bargain it seemed.
The drivers of the vehicle have been given a fixed penalty ticket.
Jim shows a young driver how low is too low in a Lupo.
You can't actually get your finger between the tyre and the bodywork there.
And when it looks like a van's running on stolen plates, Barry's all business.
You've got nothing with your driving licence or anything like that?
Coming up, an uninsured driver has a wad of questions to answer.
There'll be about £7,000 or £8,000 there in used notes.
Barry, his dog Razor, and the strange case of the soggy boot. And Rich Precious gets all Daniel Day-Lewis.
If I got a text, it would probably urge me to go and check my phone, but after seeing that now, definitely not.
Day in, day out, the Interceptors focus on targeting specific crimes. Chasing burglary suspects, clamping down on drugs, stopping speeding motors. But sometimes they need to use a more drift net approach. So they often set up spot checks like this one on the A1. They're pulling in vans at random to check they're road legal. And Susie Ranyard may have found one of interest.
We've weighed it because the suspension looks a bit low to the other officers, so we've weighed it on using the dynamic weight pads, and they found that it's 51% overweight.
This Transit is half as heavy again as it's legally allowed. That means it'd take tens of metres more to safely stop. And that could be the difference between a near miss and a bad smash.
Okay, and that's what's causing it to be overweight.
With all the vinos simply red or white, it looks like it's off to a cheap and cheerful restaurant. I just hope the menu has more choice than the wine list.
People overload their vans with goods and don't realise that it's overweight. They just assume that it'll all fit in, so it'll all be fine. So, but obviously these weigh quite a lot individually.
Every 8 boxes of wine weighs the same as another passenger. So this small van has the equivalent of 47 people stashed in the back. Almost the same as a full bus.
If it's too heavy, it takes longer to slow down, the suspension's not right, it just makes the vehicle dangerous.
That continental plonk isn't going to be the bargain they'd hoped.
The drivers of the vehicle have been given a fixed penalty ticket that's cost them £300.
The spot check has found a potentially even more worrying issue. Badly rusted brake pipes.
If the brakes to be applied, potentially they could pop. And with this sort of weight behind it as well, safety-wise, it's quite scary.
An overweight van with brakes like these is a potential death trap, so the driver has to lose half his load, unpacking 150 boxes in the rain until the van's at a safe weight. He'll come back later to pick those up. And while the brakes aren't illegal, he's been told to get them repaired ASAP.
Yeah, we were hoping for a few cheap boxes of wine, but I think the fact that we've given quite a hefty fine, I think that soured the deal a little bit. So unfortunately, they'll have to take it with them.
50 miles away in Skegness, another interceptor is getting ready to patrol the streets. In his 34 years on the job, there's not much that Barry Peach hasn't done. Firearms officer, response driver, detective. But of all of his roles, he's happiest where he is now, on the business end of a police dog lead.
Yeah, I've just had a call from officers at Market Rasen. Member of the public's been walking some woods there, found a coat and some trainers. Just been asked by local officers just to make sure there's nobody sort of lost in the woods or laying injured in the woods.
This is one of the times that a dog really comes into its own. Barry's dog Razor's sharp sense of smell can complete a full search of the area in a few minutes, allowing hours of police time to be spent more usefully.
There's not a lot of wind about, so it's fairly still, so there won't be a massive scent pull, but if there's one out there, he'll find it. But he's now searching down the riverbank for me.
Scent lasts a lot longer than you might think. There have been cases of search dogs following trails that are up to 3 weeks old. The clothing's been here for a few days, so if its owner is around, Razor will find him.
Get on, get on.
But the dog isn't picking up a trace, which probably means the clothing was dumped there.
Yeah.
But this hasn't been a waste of time.
It's done the officers a favour to fetch the 2 shoes out of the drain.
Happy that nobody's in trouble, Barry and Razor head back towards Skegness. But before they've got far, something catches Barry's eye. He passes a white van stopped at the side of the road. As a matter of habit, he runs the number plate through the system.
Yeah, I noticed the van registration number on passing to the control room. It comes back as a red Vauxhall Saphira.
When the police national computer says this white van should be a cherry-coloured people carrier, alarm bells ring. Barry spins around. Something strange is going on, and he's determined to find out what.
Hello, mate. You all right? You got any identification tool with you?
I've got my overalls, it's got my name on them.
You've got nothing with your driving licence or anything like that?
The suspicion is that this van might be running on stolen number plates, making it harder to trace the van and driver. But Barry thinks there might be a simple explanation to all this.
Obviously, the vehicle registration number.
Yeah.
What you got on there is.
Sorry, sir. That'll be the little kids down the street.
All right, I've done it with the 8 as well.
The neighbourhood kids have been playing pranks on the driver and changed his reg number with a marker pen.
That's why it wasn't coming up on my computer, you see.
Sorry.
No problem at all.
It's the front one, man.
Yeah.
Don't park it down the street. There's like a writing on the back of the van. Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Beaumont, thanks very much for your time. Cheers.
It looks like the kids have struck again, as they haven't only adjusted his number plate, there's also graffiti on the top.
Yeah, he was very apologetic. Apparently his kids down his street been scribbling on his number plate.
There's no charge this time, but running on adjusted plates can land you in trouble with a £1,000 fine. At Grantham Services, it's getting to the end of their day of spot checks.
Your vehicle has been seized under that 165 the Road Traffic Act because you've not got a valid insurance policy.
It's been a day of checking insurance, lorry driving hours and truck weights. All standard stuff. But then a double lorry comes in with a mystery load.
It's a foreign registered vehicle. The driver's got no documentation about the trailer, so potentially we've got no idea what's in there. What we're going to do is we're going to get a drugs dog to come down and have a look inside.
What's in it?
This
Oh.
is in it.
Oh.
You want to get him in?
It looks like it's full of ping pong balls at the minute.
If you ever wondered what a million ping pong balls looked like, this is it.
What would you say if you said there was a positive indicator on that side, you need to search for all their balls?
I would say you are joking.
Yeah.
All in all, Sergeant Mark Carlin is pleased with the day's results.
We've got vehicles that have been prohibited, no insurance, drivers who shouldn't be driving, who are provisional licence holders. So it's been a vast array of offences.
The day is almost over, but they've just stopped a van without insurance and the driver claims he's got no ID.
This vehicle's got a driver whose identity is not known at the moment, so we're just doing some more checks, but there's a big possibility he's going to be disqualified.
The mystery driver is in the back of an unmarked police car. He has to go to the station for fingerprinting so they can find out who he is. But before he goes, they just want to check if there's anything in the van that can identify him.
There's a lot there.
It's not often you look into a carrier bag and find that much cash.
I've got no idea how much is in there, to be honest.
It's all 10s and 20s, isn't it?
It is.
Under the Proceeds of Crime Act 2002, police can seize anything over £1,000. There's clearly more than that here.
And there'll be about £7,000 or £8,000 there in used notes, so he's going to have to explain that as well. So it's a lot of money to carry around in the side of a van that's got no insurance and if he hasn't got any valid identity. So they're going to have to see what happens with that.
When you find that in the driver's door, then the rest of the van is going to get a proper going over. Which leads to another discovery.
Have a look behind the passenger seat in the car, mate. It's a driving licence and a Visa card.
If these are the driver's details, then that's one of the mysteries solved. The anonymous driver's true identity is unmasked. And once again, the Sarge's instincts were right.
That's what come back on the thing. He's told me he's disqualified in North Wales. He knows all about it.
He needs cuffing up, mate.
The man is banned from driving and doesn't have a work visa for the UK, which is going to make explaining the cash tough.
He clearly threw that identity behind the passenger side so that he didn't get notified that he was disqualified, etc. He's now going to custody.
The mystery driver later claimed the cash was from his business and so legitimate. He's currently making a formal request to the police to return it.
The whole day's been a very good day and very productive day, and you know, people in and around this area can have faith in the fact that when we're doing these sort of hits, we are getting the results everybody wants us to get.
Traffic accidents are a big killer in Lincolnshire. It has one of the worst stats for road deaths in the country. So enforcing safe driving is a top priority for the Interceptors. Rich Precious is an eagle-eyed family man who's been on the road policing unit for 14 years. Today, he's patrolling in the unmarked BMW. He's always on the lookout to prevent avoidable accidents.
Mobile phone. Just pull this chap in. Morning, sir. The reason I've stopped you, you were using your mobile phone when you passed me. We enforce use of mobile phones rigorously in this county. And people say, oh, well, you know, is it the same as eating an apple or is it the same as smoking a cigarette? We know, why do you enforce it? I enforce it for a very simple reason in that, you know, it causes you to be distracted. People say, you know, have you got anything better to do? My answer is, I'm a road policing officer. No, I haven't.
Giving tickets is one way to get the safer driving message across, but it only educates one person at a time. So the Lincolnshire Road Safety Partnership has come up with a way of getting their message across to those who are more vulnerable. New drivers.
Dad?
Hi, Kirsty.
Hiya, Dad.
Hi, Kirsty.
Right.
Sixth formers at the Sir Robert Pattinson Academy in Lincoln are watching a play based on a true story. It's about Kirsty, a girl who was in a horrific accident 12 years ago.
I don't know, but it doesn't...
Rich Precious is playing her father.
Kirsty, you've seen the ads on the telly. You shouldn't be drinking and driving.
I mean, sick of you trying to run my life all the time.
It's about time you started taking some responsibility for yourself.
What is this? He's just a mate.
Statistically, an 18-year-old driver is more than 3 times as likely to be involved in a crash than a 48-year-old.
But there's been a road traffic collision this evening. 3 people have been killed. We believe that Kirsty is one of those people. I'm really sorry.
Kirsty wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and when her speeding boyfriend lost control and crashed his car, she was thrown into a tree and died instantly. This play is designed to shock. The hope is a little shock now could stop a tragedy in the future.
Really emotional. It's really touched like how I feel about driving now. If I got a text, it would probably urge me to go and check my phone, but after seeing that now, definitely not.
This all came about because Kirsty's father was determined to make something good come out of her death.
It's painful, but at the same time, I know that it helps save just one
just one life, and then it will save all that devastation that follows it. So it's worth every bit of it.
As an interceptor, Rich has often seen crashes with tragic circumstances, which is why he's so keen to get this message out there.
Don't let it be me that has to come to see your mum and dad, or your brother or your sister, and tell them that you ain't coming home. And I think the message is getting across, because certainly since I've been involved in the project, the number of deaths, or what we call KSIs, killed seriously injured accidents, have reduced massively in the 16 to 24 age group.
Yeah, I'm sat there thinking, if Kirsty's up there listening to this now, Kirsty, yeah, go for it, you know? It all comes back to saving one life. And if I can help save that, then I'll continue to take the pain that I get with it.
Coming up, Carlin inspects a motor that seems to have fallen out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
We've got the highest death rate in the country on Lincolnshire's roads, and the problem is any vehicles that are seen with any defects on at all, we have to zero tolerance.
Car culture is alive and well in Lincolnshire. With its wide open expanses and scant public transport, most young people here can't wait to drive. There's nothing wrong with loving your motor, but break the law and Jim Woollerton will be breathing down your neck.
We're going to do a little bit of speed enforcement with a laser. It's the main A15 route, Lincoln to Sleaford. It's one of our identified red routes in Lincolnshire. It's one of the routes where you're more likely to be involved in a series of fatal road traffic collisions.
This speed gun works by firing pulses of laser at vehicles. These bounce back to the handset, giving an accurate check of who's speeding. But this first guy's not going to be a problem.
Morning.
Jim may have a speed gun in his hand, but it's all about road safety.
56 miles an hour. They probably can't go any quicker than that without shattering their own spines. These ridiculous lowered V-dubs and Audis that, with no travel in the suspension, they're all far too low. Oh, we're going to have a look at them.
Some people think that their cars would be better off customised. Suspension lowered, exhaust widened and bodywork modified. But when you do alter a car yourself, you need to make sure it's safe.
One of the worst offences committed by these types of vehicle is wheels or tyres in contact with the bodywork. Hello bud, how you doing? You alright, thank you. Is your vehicle? Yeah. Good stuff. You put your wheel in full lock for me, please. Is that as far as it'll go?
Yeah.
Right, you can't actually get your finger between the tyre and the bodywork there.
The guy's lowered his suspension so much, his turning circle's about as good as a supertanker.
See the scoring on the corner of the tyre there? Yep. That's where your tyre rubs on the bodywork when you turn. This vehicle is in a dangerous condition. You can actually hear that, can't you, where the tyre's rubbing on the bodywork.
And that's not his only problem. The rear wheels on this Loco Lupo stick out further than the arches, and that's illegal too.
So the first thing to get hit there would be the wheel rim itself.
For having an unsafe car, the owner of the low Lupo was given a fine and told to make his car road legal again.
The crux of it is if you were to be involved in a collision, someone's killed or seriously injured, regardless of how you were driving, the condition of your vehicle is going to contribute towards a prosecution for death by dangerous driving. That carries a maximum 14-year sentence in prison. You know, so it's this morning standing here, it might seem like not a big deal, but you know, further down the road in that situation, you'll wish you'd never done it.
The Lupo motto that small is beautiful clearly resonates with the custom car boys of Lincolnshire. Although when it comes to modding cars, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
One of my cars has stopped a vehicle that's could be a danger on the road.
Sarge Mark Carlin's a proper petrol head. As well as being the resident T-Pack guru, he's also one of the few officers in Lincolnshire that can take a car off the road for faults.
We're just going to go and have a look and check that the vehicle is either roadworthy or not.
This guy's obviously spent time making his car stand out, But now it's getting attention for the wrong reasons.
Go on.
He says he's loaded it himself.
Yeah.
And he's got no play in the suspension, it's solid. He's spray painted his front lights black.
Right.
And he's adapted his indicators, and one of them doesn't flash an indicator bit, but behind the actual grille, but which is more of a mistake.
It's got looks only a mother could love, and possibly a host of traffic infringements.
His exhaust is hanging off. He says it's a clip-on pipe. His number plate fell off yesterday, and it's a rat car, he calls it.
To a casual observer, this car may look like a hot mess, but everything here is deliberate. The rusted panels, the stickers, the shaved rims, and even the cable ties are all part of the rat look, a subgenre of custom cars.
Morning. Morning. How are you doing? You all right?
I'm not too bad.
Good. Hello. Is it one exciting day for you both?
No,
no. I'm what's called a prohibitions officer, which is I'm trained by those who are the people that do MOTs. Yeah. Colleagues told me that you've done some alterations to it yourself.
If the Sarge finds this car unsafe, then he has the power to take it off the road until the problems are fixed and it has passed another MOT.
Turn your steering wheel to full lock for me, please, towards me.
Okay. It doesn't catch, I've made.
Well, he's altered the size of the tyre, and in all honesty, it's not catching, he's right. It's not catching. The only thing he hasn't got is shock absorbers that are working, because when you press on the corners of the vehicle, it's just rock hard, solid.
Suspension is meant to give a smooth ride, but a trip in this bone shaker would be about as forgiving as a cart horse on cobbles. And as it's below the limits, it's not only uncomfortable, but illegal.
You need to pull your bonnets, I need to look underneath your hood for me. But it isn't, to be fair to you, it's not as bad as what it looks.
It's not as bad as what
no,
it
it
looks. I'm a mechanic by trade, so...
Yeah, well that's two of us then, that's good.
I used to work for Audi.
Did you? Aldi's?
Audi.
Oh, Audi, all right.
The four rings, the trust.
Used to work for Lidl's, didn't you? Nice. So as a mechanic, you'd know that that exhaust isn't right then, wouldn't you?
It looks like another fine for him, and another step closer to confiscation. But then the lad plays his trump card.
It's actually quite a shame, really, because I got a new car on Tuesday, and this one's being broken down for parts.
Is it?
Yeah.
What, you getting another one of these?
No, not one gold.
Mark gives the lad Vehicle Defects Rectification Scheme paperwork. This means Ratman has to get his car fixed up. But as he's scrapping it, he can avoid any fines if he proves it's been taken off the road.
It all boils down to, we've got the highest death rate in the country on Lincolnshire's roads. And the problem is, any vehicles that are seen with any defects on at all, we have to zero tolerance, really. Yeah. All in all, it did look a bit of a shed, but to be fair to him, it was not a danger. And he was a nice enough lad, so I can't see the point in persecuting him in any way. I think he's educated, he's gone away. I'm sure he'll get it right with his next car.
While Lincolnshire's road death figures are alarming, thanks in part to the Interceptors, they're falling year on year. And that's something they can be proud of.